The dollar is dead, and Coinbase killed it. That's my belief, and here's what I mean. Hi, I'm Brian. If you've ever realized that inflation is incredibly high, and here it is, February of 2024, we've just gone through a year of, I believe it was 8% inflation. I was talking on average. Some things were way higher, obviously, and some of the things that really hurt our pocketbooks, like energy, like gas and food, those were much higher, I believe, than 8%. With that high inflation, what it means is that the dollars you have are worth less. I've done another video on how the dollar's dead, and I talk about moving it. And so let me explain. If you're getting paid every month in dollars and it goes into your bank account, and you have inflation, your dollar is losing purchasing power. So you might have $1,000 in your bank account this month. And a couple months from now, maybe you save some money, you want to buy something. But that has gone up in price. So your $1,000 may no longer be able to afford what you wanted to buy because the item went up in price. Do you still have $1,000? Yes. So you're thinking, I didn't lose anything, I still have $1,000. Well, you lost purchasing power because the item that used to be $1,000 is now $1,100, $1,100, and you can no longer buy it. So what do? Well, transactional costs have made this method in the past difficult. Liquidity. So here's the method. You take the $1,000 you got from your employer. You realize that the dollar is going down in value. Why? The government is spending more money than they bring in, so they go print more money, and they cause inflation. The price of goods goes up. There's other factors, but that's just the general idea. The fact is we've got inflation, regardless of how we got there. So ideally, you would take the dollar, and in the past people would say, and this is true, gold is an inflation hedge. Buy gold with your dollars. So now you no longer have dollars in your hand. They're gone. You have gold in your hand. Gold is going up in value. And over time, over the past 100 years, you name it, look at all the charts, gold has gone up in value, the dollar has gone down in value with relation to gold. Meaning, if you held on to the gold, you could purchase a lot more in the future. You held on the dollars, you purchase a lot less in the future. Okay, but that's going out and buying a physical gold bar and then having to go sell it and turn it into cash when you need it. Not the easiest thing in the world. Now, there are other ways that have popped up to buy and sell gold, whether it be an ETF spot fund or it be through a custody agreement where you just send money off and they buy and hold gold for you. But regardless, you still have to turn it into yourself, sell it, and then move the money. What else can you do with the cash? Well, you could buy stocks, you could buy bonds. I should say bonds, certificates of deposits, sort of still like cash, a cash equivalent, but you're trying to get an interest rate higher than inflation. Well, in this day and age, you're not probably going to be able to do that. Maybe you buy some stocks hoping for appreciation or dividends. Again, you're going to have to turn that back into dollars when you want to use it. Enter Coinbase. Coinbase has a debit card. It's a Visa debit card. You can use it anywhere they accept Visa, just like you would your bank card. So here's how it works. You can send your $1,000 that you got in pay because you don't want that $1,000 to be worth less because you're holding US dollars. You know your purchasing power is going to go down. You put it onto Coinbase. Now they will hold it in dollars for you if you like. They will also hold it in a USD coin, which isn't a dollar, it's a coin, but still it's pegged to the dollar. So it's a dollar equivalent. You can also purchase something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and everything else is considered an altcoin, meaning it's an alternative to Bitcoin. Whether it's Ethereum, Cardano, Polygon, doesn't matter. There's a bunch of other coins for various different reasons. They all have different utility, but Bitcoin is very different. People compare Bitcoin to gold. In other words, Bitcoin is considered a store of value. Now, what's interesting is if I had a gold bar, I would have to go sell it, turn it into cash, and then use my cash. I can't go to a store with a knife and scrape off some of my gold bar and say, is that enough? Weigh it. Can I pay for my item with that? It's not going to work. But Bitcoin, one Bitcoin, can be, you can buy or sell 0.00003, whatever it goes out to decimal, just a portion of that Bitcoin you can transact. So what you can do is take your $1,000, send it to Coinbase, buy, let's say, Bitcoin, with the hopes that Bitcoin is going to hold its value or go up. And then when you use the debit card, you can tell the debit card to sell the amount of Bitcoin that you need. I go to the gas station. I need $100 to get gas. I put it in the machine. I told Coinbase to take Bitcoin to pay for it. Coinbase says, oh, you need $100 worth of Bitcoin? Okay, we'll sell $100 worth of Bitcoin. Turn it into cash right there and then pay the gas station. Now, you've been able to transact with the dollar. So that's why I think the dollar is dead. It's just for transactions. And you only need it at the moment of the transaction. You don't need to hold on to it. Theoretically, you could have everything in Bitcoin, and then as you use your card, it converts it instantly into cash, gives the person, the merchant, whomever, the cash. You didn't have to hold on to it for more than a split second. Blink of an eye. With Coinbase, you can also purchase other coins. You can tell a debit card to take it off of any one of those coins. You can go in and change that at any time. Let's say, for example, over the last month or so, Solana, it's gone up quite a bit. So I might say, you know what? I want my debit card to take from Solana because I invested $2,000 6 months ago and now it's $8,000. Wow, that's great. I wanted to take that money, do an instant conversion and give cash out. So you can tell it, and you can just put in cash if you want. Put cash on the card and spend cash. But that's no different than a debit card. So to me, this is an extremely unique situation. Now, that's going to happen at the blink of an eye. So unlike gold or something where you now have to go sell it, you got to turn into cash yourself, you got to go spend the cash, everything's happening behind the scenes. You're not paying any fees for that conversion, but you are paying what's called a spread. So when you sell the Bitcoin, you're not going to get the current Bitcoin spot price. It's going to be probably a little less. So at some points in time, the Bitcoin might be worth less, it might be worth more, but the idea is as these cryptos become more popular, meaning more people are using them, and over time, as the price becomes a little more stable, and it might always continue to go up. Unlike gold that they're bringing out of the ground every year, I think around 150 tons a year. So these other things like gold, we don't even know. Is there more supply? We're not sure. Bitcoin has a limited supply. Other coins, some of them can be unlimited. You have to do your own research. But with respect to this, I can now take my dollars that I receive them and immediately turn them into another asset. And when I need dollars, it goes from that asset into dollars and it's paid out. I no longer have to participate in the US dollar fiat system. I don't have to hold dollars anymore. I can hold another asset, crypto, and then when I need it, it converts. To me, that is the dollar killer. I think you should take a look at Coinbase. They're not paying me for this. This is just my opinion, but I think this is one thing that's being overlooked at the moment, and people haven't realized that they no longer have to hold this depreciating asset every day. Now, it is possible that when you buy a Bitcoin, it will go down and you'll have less. So be careful, diversify, do your own due diligence, and only make the decisions if you think it's right for you. I'm not a financial advisor. I just wanted to point out that in my opinion, the dollar is dead. No one needs to hold on to it anymore. You only need it at the point of transaction. Thanks for watching.